Okay, here's the situation. I have this Delco stereo in a 2001 Chevy Silverado. Got almost 200,000 on this truck, and the CD player crapped out. It was working on and off for many years, and I had put an auxiliary in that took away the CD player, you know, and whenever you played a CD, it thought it would just take the input. It was very quiet. It was good for podcasts if the windows were up, which ain't great in the summer because the noise from, you know, I don't have AC anymore in this truck. It broke a while ago. So I saw this other video. This guy, it was the only one I could find where they used this method, but if you look closely, you can see exactly where to solder on. This guy Tim, it's a video by a guy named Tim something. He talked about this, but he didn't have a good camera, or it wasn't focusing or something, because you couldn't see exactly where to solder to. You got that line of pins. At the end of that line of pins is those two little dots, and then up a little bit to the right, kind of in a little area by itself. And then that traces over to this one. This one's harder to find. It traces to this one, and you got that line of 1, 2, 3 that are close, and then 3 more, so like a line of 6 at the end. The 7th one at the end of that little row connects to the other one. You have to cut the trace. You see where I did a crappy job cutting the trace? You got to cut the trace according to him. I didn't try it before cutting the trace. And then you just connect the other one to ground. I just soldered to the chassis there, the ground one. So what we got here is mono, but it still sounds really good, and it's not the kind of mono where when you do a hack job, it doesn't work, where you get only one channel. You get both channels, I guess. I mean, I picked this Smashing Pumpkins song because I know it has both channels like separate or whatever. You know, I like that song, and it was the only one I could think of that was like that. So there's the model serial Delco. You know, it's okay. It works great now. It's loud. I can listen to music. It doesn't sound super good on my iPad because it's YouTube, I guess. But through Spotify, this song sounded amazing. Like I had it loud, really loud. And the cover on these is easy to get off. Oh, hope they don't take that down because it was too much. Yeah. So the main thing to remember is 1, solder to the board. 1 to ground, and then, you know, look at from before. Watch this other guy's video, Tim something. It's like the first one that comes up when you search Google, when you search what you search to find this video, I'm sure. The other thing is you don't have FM anymore. When you press FM, it doesn't work. It just it goes straight to here, and if it's unplugged, you get static. If it's plugged in, you're okay. You still have AM. Oh, that's FM. Well, actually, do you? Oh, you know what? My antenna's not plugged in, so I don't know. If you go to CD, you don't get anything because I'm just getting rid of my CD player. It doesn't do anything. And it's super clear. There's no noise or anything. It's awesome. It's really much better than what it was before. Before, if my phone wasn't plugged into the to the cigarette lighter, it was staticky, and sometimes it was staticky when nothing was in. So this is a good solution if you don't care if it's mono. I mean, I listen to mostly podcasts anyway, so mono's fine for me. You know, if you're an audiophile, what are you doing? Just buy a new stereo. Duh.